Hello traders and welcome back to the Rich Spirit channel for another edition of the Weekly Forex Analysis. You're welcome. Today we're gonna make a huge analysis on some of the most traded pairs, and the week ahead is gonna be full of news and events on the fundamental level, which will help us take our account to the next level and make the most profits out of the market. So let's get started first with the calendar. This is the forexfactory.com site, and here you can watch all kinds of news, and the most important for this week is the GBP growth on Great Britain pound. We also have the governor of the Bank of Canada talking about the inflation and the interest rates, the most important thing for this currency. So GBP is moving, CAT is moving. We have another news on GBP about the unemployment claims. We have another GBP news about average earnings index. We have some sentiment for the euro, not that important, but later we have again Bank of England governor speaks. So we're gonna see how this currency is actually gonna move, and this week we are gonna watch very nice moves. I hope also corrections, so we can catch the most out of the markets. We also have the USD CPI news about the inflation. We have OD news, again GBP CPI news, and the FOMC. So everyone who haven't make some money during the previous week, now you have all the opportunities to make this right now this week. So after that, the unemployment rates and employment changes on OD. Later, some other, it's full of news, guys. We have the retail sales, we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index, all kind of unemployment claims, all kind of news. So absolutely smashing week until the end, until Friday, where euro is going to be moving. So let's step into the charts, guys. I'm super excited to share with you this analysis. So here is the daily chart, and as you can see, guys, price is really correcting really nicely to the upside, but what we can observe here is that we are still in a very downtrend since 29th of April is written on the chart, where price started shifting bearish. So what do we expect here? Of course, we can try go back, test this area right here. So a little push to the upside is possible, but overall I'm looking for a corrective move on the euro dollar. Also from the fundamental perspective, we have that thing over there. So if the US economy is stabilizing, we can see another wave of strong dollar pushing the euro down, and this is what I want to see. First, we are gonna wait for the proper sell signals, and we will observe the news so we can see how the big banks and the big players are settling in the market. Let's say it like this. Sorry for my bad English, but that's what I have. So GBP USD, another interesting chart. We hit this area of support and resistance where maybe sellers can start selling the pair, and that is what I personally want to see here before opening any trade. Of course, we have a room to the upside, so this trend can actually continue to the next resistance, which should be these previous highs. Let's see what we have on the weekly chart. Okay, let's move this a little bit down so we can catch this consolidation right here. and these lows and highs over here. So that is an interesting setup, but for me guys, after all this drop, this price is a little bit overextended to the upside. So you see here we have another support and resistance area. So probably after this weekly doji candle, it's time for we to go down. So if the next week price start reversing, then we can ride this for weeks to the downside. That is a good setup. If not, of course, for those who are holding their buy positions, the doji candle is candle indecision, so still it is not a signal. If the next candle is bullish, then of course we are going bullish with the trend. Now let's move to the next pair, guys, and let's see how GBP JPY is doing. And you can see this bullish trend, which is looking pretty nicely, but actually the last few weeks we are just consolidating around this area. So this is more profitable chart for the scalper. So let's see how it goes on the 4-hour chart and what kind of opportunities we could enter. So here, interesting engulfing candle and price goes bullish. Here we have the bearish engulfing, so price goes bearish, and so on and so forth. So this is actually a good chart for the short-term traders. And what do I personally see here? Well, on the daily chart, we're in a bullish trend, so the most profitable way to trade this is buy cheap and sell at a higher price. So this is what we can expect. Of course, price is sometimes it must reverse, so still we don't have this signal. For now it's still super bearish. So for now the bullish trades are on. Let's see also Euro JPY and see what do we have here. On the daily, I have marked a little zone right here, so this is a pattern, something like a flag or a expansion pattern right here, expansion wedge, something like this. So if we break it, we're going definitely to the upside to test these previous highs, and this is the setup that I want you to pay attention to. Also the 4-hour chart, let's see that. We have some lows right here on the 4-hour, which we can mark, and here you can see the flag pattern. So if we break these guys, we're going definitely minimum the size of the pattern, so something like this here, and that is the next resistance on these guys over here. Okay, that's it guys. Let's move to the next chart, and which one should it be? Let's see. USD CAD actually didn't trade for a while, so we can very nicely observe what is going on here. Okay, so here is something interesting, guys. I expected we to reverse at some point around this area, so we did actually, but now the US dollar is gaining momentum again, and if this continues, that means the Bank of Canada is doing nothing to support its currency, so the price is cool, and this can continue more and more to the upside. Yeah, we have plenty of room to this previous high here, in this consolidation area, which should be targeted, and even to this previous high over here. So what else we can see around this chart? Of course, we can have a little bit of correction first, maybe even stronger correction to the let's say this area, this cluster of buyers and sellers. So here we can see a little bit of price action and then maybe start shooting up, but overall I don't I don't see how this can happen. I believe the US dollar will continue going to the upside, especially if the euro drops. So that is my expectation. Nothing serious, just watching, just observing. And this is the USD JPY chart, which looks pretty interesting because our price is correcting very nicely to the downside. Well, here we have reached this important area of support, which I have talked about in the previous videos. So it can be tapped once again, and then maybe we can look for bullish setups again with the trend, or we can get a even deeper correction to this previous support area, and that would be nice. Let's open up and the Fibonacci tool. Actually, we have to do it on the opposite side. That's it, guys. So here is the 50 and the 61% zone area, which is a good area for reversal, but currently we're at the 38.2 zone area, so that is also a very nice zone for bullish entries. So with a tight stop, you can do miracles with these Fibonacci areas. So or we go bearish, bullish once again, or we pull back to the 50 zone area, and that's it for this chart. My friends, let's see gold now really quick. We have the weekly chart super bullish, as we have expected after this huge rally to the upside. So this will probably continue to the upside to check these previous highs. And this is what I expect. Of course, we can make something like a double bottom once again, or a head and shoulders like I have mentioned in the previous videos. So something like this can be very profitable trade, and this is a setup which we can expect. Okay, especially if euro start dropping, then gold should also drop a little bit, because the strength of the dollar will be good enough. Okay, but overall in this worldwide situation, I'm looking for bullish setups on gold. So let's check some secondaries, guys. Let's see GBP OD. Nice triangle here, by the way. So long time ago. And currently a bullish trend. So here is interesting setup, guys. So we have a first impulse of a bullish trend, then we have a correction, and now we should be looking at a second bullish wave, right? So this is what price usually does. And what's wrong with my MetaTrader? Okay, it's stopped doing its things. So you see pretty nice chart, guys. Here we have one impulse correction, second impulse, now again another correction, and we can look for bullish opportunities like this. So price will go down, make a bullish signal, we enter and we continue with the trend. For example, here this huge engulfing candle, you take the trade, you set your stop loss below the candle, and you ride it all the way up to the previous highs, for example. Let's shut this down. Let's see some other interesting pairs. Oh, that's GBP CAD, and what a bullish rally. That's very nice. So when price starts to correct, guys, we definitely have a support area right here, and this would be the target for the sellers and the entry for the buyers for another bullish run. And that's an interesting chart, interesting setup. On the weekly it looks good. Let's see what kind of signals, price action signals, do we get on the daily chart. So yeah, there are some nice engulfings, my favorite candlestick pattern, but in this case, guys, I'm not touching this until I see some reversal signals. For now, price is looking very, very good on the 1 hour and 4 hour chart. So just imagine taking any of these bullish setups and signals, you could ride this price action very nicely because it's very strong bullish trend. Okay, let's see some other pairs. CHF, JPY, another flag-like pattern here, and a potential continuation to the upside. Ooh, that's a bullish trend, guys. Very interesting, by the way. So maybe it's time for a correction. By the way, you see this massive bearish signal on the weekly. So this is breaking all trends, and maybe it is time now for a correction. So we break the trend. Here we have another pattern, the triangle pattern, and we are breaking it bearish. So here is your retest, and now price can continue going to the downside just to complete the pattern, and usually that is nearly as much as is the size of the pattern. So let's apply it, and we see that to the left we have a consolidation where is good, where are good levels for exiting the trades. So you can open a sell trade, set a stop loss, let's say here, take profit, for example here, and here you go, make some money out of the market. Overall price is very, very overbought, so we can expect even deeper corrections, for example to this level right here, and that's super interesting. If not, if we go with a flat pattern, then of course price is going bullish. That's it for this chart. Let's see S&P 500, and what do we have here? Weekly chart. Oh, weekly is bearish. So we finally found what we were looking for. Let's delete this old mess. Here is your trend, and you see how price actually respected the trend line. So that is why I use trend lines, because they can be very accurate. Of course, not every time they will work. Sometimes price will just break through the trend line and then come back, just like in GBP JPY chart right here on the daily. You can see it. But overall trend lines are good indicator that you can use in your trading, and that I'm using. So that's it for this weekly forex analysis, guys. I wish you successful trading and stay focused. Follow your plans. Don't die young. Make some money fast. Peace, guys, and see you in the next video.